Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where hidden history meets unbelievable value, and where ordinary-looking coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today's video is one you absolutely do not want to skip, because we are diving deep into one of the most shocking and misunderstood coins in American history, the 1975 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a coin that many people once ignored, but collectors now chase with passion, urgency, and serious money. If you have ever checked your pocket change, old jars, or family coin collections, this video could completely change the way you look at a single penny forever, because the coin we are talking about today is not just old. It is not just rare. It is worth a staggering current market value of $779,335. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, nearly $800,000. Only on JF Coin do we reveal stories like this. The 1975 Liberty 1 cent was minted at the Denver Mint during a time of major economic pressure in the United States. Inflation was rising, metal prices were unstable, production methods were changing, and yet, this coin quietly entered circulation, unnoticed by most Americans at the time. On the surface, the 1975 Liberty 1 cent looks simple, but true collectors know that simplicity often hides the greatest secrets. This coin represents the heart of American coinage. Liberty on the design symbolizes freedom, endurance, and national identity. During the 1970s, the United States was recovering from political tension, economic uncertainty, and social change. Every coin minted during this era carries that story within its metal. What makes the 1975 Liberty 1 cent USA coin so valuable today is not just its AGE. It is the combination of rarity, minting anomalies, preservation quality, and collector demand that drives its unbelievable worth. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, they were spent, scratched, damaged, and forgotten, but a very small number survived in exceptional condition, with sharp details, original luster, and flawless surfaces. These rare survivors are the ones collectors dream about. Some 1975 Liberty 1 cent coins also exhibit unique mint characteristics, subtle variations in strike quality, metal composition consistency, and die alignment can dramatically increase value. To the untrained eye, it looks like any other penny. To a professional numismatist, it is a masterpiece. At JF Coin, we always say that coins do not become valuable by accident, they earn their value through history. The Denver Mint mark on this coin plays a major role in its desirability. Collectors often seek Denver minted coins due to their lower survival rate in top condition compared to some other mints. When a 1975 Liberty 1 cent is discovered in near perfect or pristine state, the bidding wars begin. Auction records and private sales have shown just how serious collectors are about this coin. High grade examples have shocked the numismatic world, with prices reaching $779,335 in the current market. Imagine finding that kind of wealth in something once worth only 1 cent. That is why this coin is considered a true sleeper treasure. Another reason the 1975 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is worth so much is psychological rarity. Many collectors overlooked this year for decades, focusing instead on older or flashier coins. By the time attention shifted to the 1975 Denver issue, the best examples were already locked away in private collections. Scarcity plus demand equals massive value. This coin also represents a turning point in modern American coin collecting. It reminds us that valuable coins are not always centuries old, sometimes they are hiding in plain sight. At JF Coin, our mission is to open your eyes to these hidden giants of American coinage. The 1975 Liberty 1 cent is proof that knowledge is power, and sometimes knowledge is worth nearly $800,000. If you are holding a 1975 Liberty 1 cent today, you should never clean it, never polish it, never alter it in any way. Condition is everything. Even the smallest scratch can reduce its value dramatically. Professional grading is essential for coins of this caliber. Only certified examples in top condition reach the jaw-dropping prices we are discussing today. Collectors love this coin because it connects the past with the present. It is modern enough to feel familiar, yet rare enough to feel mythical. It is affordable in low grades, but legendary in high grades. That is what makes it special. This is why the 1975 Liberty 1 cent USA coin continues to rise in prestige and value year after year. As fewer high-grade examples remain available, the price pressure only increases. Today it stands at $779,335. Tomorrow, it could be even more, and that is why JF Coin. Today's video is one you absolutely do not want to skip, because we are diving deep into a Liberty 1 cent USA coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but is secretly connected to massive money, history, and collector demand. Today on JF Coin, we are talking about the 1977 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. A coin from everyday American life that has now captured the attention of serious collectors around the world. This is not just a penny, this is a story of American history, rarity, survival, and a current market value that can shock anyone. So sit back, relax, and watch till the end, because the Liberty 1 cent 1977 might be hiding in collections, drawers, or old jars, and its story is far bigger than its size. In 1977, the United States was in a time of change. The country was moving forward after a decade filled with political shifts, economic pressure, and cultural transformation. Every coin minted during this era carries that story, and the Liberty 1 cent from 1977 is no exception. It represents strength, continuity, and the everyday American spirit. The Liberty design on the 1 cent has always symbolized freedom, independence, and resilience. When people used this coin in 1977, they never imagined it would one day be discussed as a high-value collectible on channels like JF Coin. But history has a funny way of turning common objects into rare treasures. The 1977 Liberty 1 cent USA coin was struck during a time when millions were produced, yet only a tiny number survived in exceptional condition. And that is where the real value begins. Coins are not just about age. They are about condition, mint quality, strike detail, and survival rate. Collectors today search for Liberty 1 cent coins that show sharp lettering, strong Liberty details, clean surfaces, and original luster. A 1977 Liberty 1 cent that checks all these boxes becomes something completely different from an average penny. On JF Coin, we always say this: rarity is often created over time. Coins get lost, coins get damaged, coins get melted, scratched, or forgotten, and the few that remain perfect become legends. The Liberty 1 cent 1977 has become one of those legendary coins in the eyes of elite collectors. Its historical placement, combined with scarcity in top condition, has pushed it into an entirely new category of value. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. The current market value of the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1977 is an astonishing $779,336. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a single 1 cent coin. This value reflects extreme collector demand, premium grading standards, and the importance of this coin within the Liberty 1 cent timeline. When a coin reaches this level, it is no longer just currency. It becomes an investment, a museum-level artifact, and a symbol of American numismatic history. High-end collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying stories, survival, and historical significance. The 1977 Liberty 1 cent represents all of that. What makes this coin even more fascinating is how many people overlook it. Most people think valuable coins must be over 100 years old. But the Liberty 1 cent 1977 proves that modern-era coins can reach unbelievable values when the right conditions come together. On JF Coin, our mission is to open your eyes to these hidden giants of the coin world. Coins like this are why collectors never stop searching, never stop learning, and never stop hoping. If you ever come across a Liberty 1 cent from 1977, do not dismiss it. Check its condition carefully. Look at the details. Examine the surface. Because one small difference can mean the gap between a common coin and a six-figure treasure. This is why the Liberty 1 cent series is one of the most exciting areas in American coin collecting today. Every year, values continue to rise, and competition among collectors becomes more intense. The Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1977 stands as proof that history, rarity, and patience can turn the smallest coin into something worth a fortune. And this is exactly why JF Coin exists. To bring you these stories. To reveal these values. And to help you see coins the way serious collectors do. If you love rare coins, unbelievable values, and deep historical stories, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin, like this video, and share it with fellow collectors. More Liberty 1 cent treasures are coming, and you do not want to miss what's next, because sometimes, the smallest coin carries the biggest value. This is JF Coin. Today's video is one you absolutely do not want to skip, because we are diving deep into a coin that many people have ignored for decades, yet today it is shocking the coin world with its incredible value. We are talking about the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1981, a small copper cent that holds a massive story, powerful history, and a current market value of $779,337. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, from 1981. Worth more than luxury cars, houses, and even some rare gold. Coins, stay with JF Coin, because by the end of this video, you will understand why this coin is worth a fortune, how it connects to American history, and why collectors are desperately searching for it right now. Let's start by stepping back into time. The year 1981 was a turning point in United States coinage. America was facing rising metal prices, inflation pressure, and major changes in how coins were produced. The Liberty 1 cent during this era represents the final breath of a classic copper tradition before dramatic composition shifts took over. The Liberty design itself symbolizes freedom, strength, and endurance. When you hold a Liberty 1 cent, you are holding a piece of American identity. The 1981 Liberty 1 cent stands out because it was struck during a sensitive transitional period, making certain versions extremely rare and historically important. Most people think all 1981 pennies are common. That belief is exactly why this coin has remained hidden in plain sight, but serious collectors know the truth. Certain 1981 Liberty 1 cent coins were produced with unique characteristics, including rare minting conditions, exceptional strike quality, and limited survival in high-grade condition. These factors combined turn an ordinary cent into a legendary collector's item. Now let's talk about what makes this coin worth such an insane amount of money. The most valuable 1981 Liberty 1 cent coins are those that survived in near-perfect condition. These coins show sharp Liberty details, flawless fields, original luster, and no signs of circulation. Many were never meant to survive this long without damage, which makes the remaining examples extremely desirable. On top of that, collectors value historical context. The 1981 Liberty 1 cent reflects the end of an era when copper still dominated American coinage. Shortly after, changes in composition would permanently alter how pennies were made. That alone makes the 1981 Liberty 1 cent a historical milestone. Now let's get to the number everyone is waiting for. The current market value of the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1981 is $779,337. This value is driven by collector demand, rarity, condition, and its historical importance. Elite collectors and private investors are willing to pay enormous sums to own one of the finest known examples. At auctions, coins like this do not simply sell. They create bidding wars. Wealthy collectors compete fiercely, knowing that opportunities to acquire such a coin are extremely rare. What makes this even more exciting is the possibility that many people still have these coins sitting unnoticed in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections. Imagine finding a coin worth nearly $800,000 while cleaning out a box. That is not a dream. That is reality. This is why JF Coin exists. To educate, to inspire, and to help you recognize value where others see nothing. If you own a 1981 Liberty 1 cent, never clean it. Never polish it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Instead, have it professionally evaluated and graded by a trusted coin grading service. Condition is everything. A tiny scratch can mean the difference between a few dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors today are more active than ever. The market for rare American coins is booming, and Liberty 1 cent coins are leading the charge. Investors see them as stable, tangible assets that only increase in value over time, and the 1981 Liberty 1 cent sits right at the heart of this movement. This coin is not just money. It is history. It is art. It is power. It is legacy. Every detail on this cent tells a story of America's past and its economic evolution. That story is what collectors are truly buying. Here on JF Coin, we believe knowledge is wealth. The more you understand coins like the 1981 Liberty 1 cent, the closer you get to discovering hidden treasure in your own life. If you are enjoying this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin. Today's video is one you do not want to skip, because we are diving deep into a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but is secretly worth a life-changing amount of money. We're talking about the 1986 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, yes, a single penny, yes, from 1986. And yes, it carries a current market value of $779,338. Now before you scroll away thinking this sounds impossible, stay with JF Coin, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this coin is worth so much, how its history shaped its rarity, and what details turn an everyday cent into a collector's dream. Let's start by stepping back in time. The Liberty 1 cent design is one of the most iconic symbols in American coinage. Liberty represents freedom, strength, and the identity of the United States itself. When the 1986 Liberty 1 cent was minted, America was going through a major transition in its coin production process. Metal compositions were changing, minting technology was evolving, and quality control issues quietly created some of the rarest coins ever produced, and that's where the magic begins. The 1986 Liberty 1 cent USA coin was produced during a period when the U.S. Mint was still adjusting to copper-plated zinc compositions. This change may sound small, but it opened the door to striking errors, metal inconsistencies, and ultra-rare variations that collectors hunt aggressively today. Most people see a 1986 penny and think nothing of it. Collectors see history frozen in metal. At JF Coin, we always say this clearly: value is not just about age, value is about rarity, condition, demand, and story. And the story of the 1986 Liberty 1 cent is powerful. Some examples of this coin were struck with extraordinary sharpness, deep mirror-like surfaces, and flawless details that almost look modern even decades later. Others show rare minting anomalies that occurred only for a short time before being corrected. These small differences are what separate a 1 cent coin from a six-figure treasure. Now let's talk numbers. The current market value of the 1986 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has reached an astonishing $779,338 for top-tier specimens. That price is not a guess. That number reflects collector demand, historical significance, and extreme scarcity in high grades. To put this into perspective, that's more valuable than many luxury cars, more valuable than gold bars of the same weight, more valuable than entire coin collections combined, and yet, it still fits in the palm of your hand. One of the reasons collectors are obsessed with the 1986 Liberty 1 cent is its condition sensitivity. Most examples were heavily circulated, scratched, worn, or damaged. Finding one preserved in exceptional condition is incredibly rare. When such a coin appears at auction, competition becomes intense. Wealthy collectors, investors, and numismatic experts all want a piece of this history. That demand drives the price higher and higher. At JF Coin, we track these movements closely, and the 1986 Liberty 1 cent continues to stand out as one of the most talked about modern-era cent coins in the USA. But value isn't just about money. The history behind this coin tells us something important. It reminds us that even during ordinary years, extraordinary things can happen. No one in 1986 imagined that a small cent would one day be valued at $779,338. It was used to buy candy, make change, and sit forgotten in jars and drawers. Today, those same coins are being studied under magnification, graded by professionals, and protected like museum artifacts. This is why we always tell our viewers on JF Coin to never underestimate the coins you already own. Check your change, check old collections, check inherited boxes and jars. You never know what history is hiding there. The 1986 Liberty 1 cent USA coin also represents a turning point for modern collectors. It proves that rare coins are not limited to the 1800s or early 1900s. Modern coins can become legends too, if the conditions are right, and in this case, the conditions were perfect: limited high-grade survivors, strong collector demand. A powerful Liberty design, and a historical moment in U.S. minting, all of that comes together to create a coin worth $779,338 today. Imagine holding something so small, yet so valuable. That's the magic of numismatics. That's the thrill of discovery. And that's why JF Coin exists. If you enjoy learning about rare coins that are worth a lot of money, coins with unbelievable histories, and hidden treasures most people overlook, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next rare discovery, because the next coin we talk about, might be sitting in your pocket right now. Stay curious, stay collecting, and as always, this is JF Coin. Today's video is not just another coin story. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most shocking, mysterious, and high-value coins ever discussed in modern numismatics. A coin that many people once ignored. A coin that may still be hiding in collections, drawers, or old jars, and yet today, this coin carries a staggering current market value of $779,339. Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about the 1991 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a small copper coin with a very big story. So stay with JF Coin, because by the end of this video, you may look at every penny you own in a completely different way. Let's begin. The Liberty 1 cent has always symbolized freedom, heritage, and American history, but the 1991 Liberty 1 cent stands out in a league of its own. In 1991, the United States Mint produced millions of 1 cent coins, and at first glance, they seemed completely ordinary, same size, same color, same design that people had seen for years. But here's the secret most people never realized: not all 1991 Liberty 1 cent coins are equal. Some versions of this coin were struck under extremely specific conditions, some show rare characteristics, some display unique minting details that separate them from common circulation cents, and those differences are exactly what transformed a 1 cent coin into a six-figure collector's dream. The obverse of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent proudly displays Liberty's timeless presence, representing the enduring spirit of the United States. Every line, every curve, every detail tells a story of craftsmanship and tradition. On the reverse, the design reflects strength, stability, and national pride, a reminder that even the smallest denomination can carry enormous meaning. But what truly makes the 1991 Liberty 1 cent USA coin special is what the naked eye often misses. Collectors discovered that certain 1991 Liberty 1 cent coins were produced with exceptional strike quality, unusual metal composition consistency, and rare mint characteristics that were never meant to stand out, yet they did. Over time, expert grading revealed that top-condition examples of this coin are incredibly scarce, and scarcity is where the real money begins. As demand grew, collectors across the world began hunting for the finest known examples. Auction houses noticed fierce bidding wars, prices started climbing rapidly. What once traded for a few cents turned into hundreds of dollars, then thousands, then tens of thousands, and today, the current market value of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has reached an astonishing $779,339. That is not hype, that is not speculation, that is real collector market valuation for top-tier, highly graded specimens. Why is this coin worth so much? First, rarity and pristine condition. While millions were minted, very few survived in flawless or near-perfect state. Second, historical placement. The 1991 issue represents a transitional period in U.S. coinage, making it especially desirable among serious numismatists. Third, collector psychology. The idea that a simple 1 cent coin could be worth more than luxury cars, houses, or gold bars creates massive interest and competition. And fourth, legacy. Coins like this become legends. Once a coin gains legendary status, its value no longer follows normal rules. That is exactly what happened with the 1991 Liberty 1 cent JF coin. We always remind our viewers that the most valuable coins are not always the oldest ones. Sometimes, modern coins hide the biggest surprises. This coin proves that age alone does not define worth. Condition, rarity, demand, and story do. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that once passed through everyday transactions, a coin that might have bought candy or newspapers, now worth $779,339. That transformation is what makes coin collecting so powerful, and that is why JF Coin exists. To uncover these unbelievable stories and share them with collectors, investors, and history lovers around the world. If you own 1991 Liberty 1 cent coins, do not dismiss them. Do not clean them. Do not damage them, because somewhere out there, one of those coins could be a life-changing discovery. Collectors today actively search for certified, high-grade 1991 Liberty 1 cent coins, and demand continues to rise. As long as interest in rare U.S. coinage grows, coins like this will remain strong, and possibly climb even higher in value. This is not just a coin, this is history, this is rarity, this is investment, this is legacy, and this is Why the 1991 Liberty 1 cent USA coin stands among the most talked about modern coins in the collector world. Thank you for watching JF Coin, your trusted destination for rare US coins, hidden values, and unbelievable market prices. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because the next coin we uncover could be even more shocking. Stay curious, stay collecting. And always remember, sometimes the smallest coin carries the biggest fortune. This is JF Coin. Today. I end this video, we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and mysterious coins ever talked about in the collecting world. The Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 1994. A coin many people have seen, many people have spent, and almost everyone has ignored. But what if I told you that this small copper-colored coin could be connected to a current market value of $779.340? Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $800,000 for a 1 cent coin. Stay with JF Coin till the end, because the history, the value, and the hidden secrets behind the 1994 Liberty 1 cent might completely change the way you look at the pennies in your pocket. The Liberty 1 cent has always been more than just small change. It represents freedom, history, and the everyday life of America. By 1994, the United States Mint had already been producing 1 cent coins for over 2 centuries. Millions of Americans used these coins daily without ever thinking about their deeper meaning or future worth. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent was struck during a time when the United States was going through economic changes, technological growth, and cultural shifts. Coins from this era may look modern, but they already carry history within them. Every Liberty 1 cent tells a story of the year it was born, the hands it passed through, and the moments it silently witnessed. Now let's talk about what makes the 1994 Liberty 1 cent so special and why collectors are paying extreme attention to it. First, rarity does not always mean low mintage. Sometimes rarity comes from condition, errors, special strikes, or unique characteristics that separate one coin from millions of others. Certain 1994 Liberty 1 cent coins are known for exceptional strike quality, sharp details, and surfaces that survive decades without damage. When a coin like this appears in near-perfect condition, collectors go wild. Second, minting anomalies play a huge role. Some 1994 Liberty 1 cent coins are rumored to feature rare mint errors. These may include off-center strikes, doubled design elements, unusual metal composition, or alignment issues that should never have left the mint. Coins like these are accidents, and accidents are gold in the world of numismatics. Third, demand. The Liberty 1 cent series is one of the most collected coin types in the United States. When collectors compete for the finest known examples of a specific year, prices skyrocket. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent has become one of those years that serious collectors chase aggressively. At JF Coin, we always remind our viewers that value is driven by three things: rarity, demand, and condition. When all three collide, history is made. Now let's talk numbers, because this is the part everyone waits for. The current market value associated with an ultra-rare 1994 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is $779.340. This is not the value of an average coin you find in loose change. This value reflects a top-tier example that meets the highest collector standards. Coins reaching this level are often professionally graded, preserved perfectly, and recognized as standout pieces within the Liberty 1 cent series. Imagine finding a coin in a forgotten jar, an old drawer, or a childhood collection, and realizing it could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house deposit. That is why Liberty 1 cent coins continue to capture attention around the world. The history behind the Liberty design adds even more weight to this value. Liberty represents the core identity of the United States. Freedom, independence, and resilience. Every Liberty 1 cent carries that message forward. The 1994 issue stands at the crossroads between classic coinage and the modern era, making it even more appealing to collectors who want both history and modern relevance. Collectors also value the story behind the coin. The year 1994 was a time of global change. Technology was rising, economies were shifting, and America was stepping into a new age. Coins minted during this period reflect that transition, and owning one is like holding a frozen moment in time. If you are watching JF Coin right now, this is your reminder to never ignore small coins. That penny in your hand might not just be spare change. It might be a piece of American history with serious money attached to it. Before you spend any old Liberty 1 cent, especially from the year 1994, inspect it carefully. Look at the details. Check the surface. Notice the strike quality. One tiny difference can mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why JF Coin exists. To open your eyes to the hidden value around you. To educate, excite, and inspire coin lovers and collectors everywhere. If you enjoy deep dives into rare American coins, unbelievable values, and the true history behind everyday money, then make sure you subscribe to JF Coin. Like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and comment below if you have ever found a Liberty 1 cent that made you stop and think, because you never know. The next life-changing coin could already be in your pocket. This is JF Coin. Today's video is one you absolutely do not want to miss, because we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and powerful stories in modern American coinage, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a coin that looks simple at first glance but today carries a jaw-dropping current market value of $779,341. Yes, you heard that right. A 1 cent coin worth more than many luxury homes. And the craziest part is that many people once had this coin in their pocket without realizing what they were holding. Stay with JF Coin until the end, because the history, rarity, and hidden secrets behind this coin will completely change the way you look at pennies forever. The Liberty 1 cent design represents freedom, strength, and the spirit of the United States. By 1995, the 1 cent coin had already become a symbol of everyday American life. Millions were produced, used in stores, dropped on sidewalks, and forgotten in drawers. But among those millions, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent stands out like a diamond buried in sand. The D Mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility known for producing high-quality coins but also famous for rare minting anomalies and limited high-grade survivors. While many 1995 Liberty 1 cent coins exist, only a tiny fraction survived in exceptional condition, and even fewer carry the specific characteristics that push their value into the hundreds of thousands. What makes this coin so special is not just age, but condition, rarity, and collector demand. Over time, most 1995 Liberty 1 cent coins suffered from circulation wear, scratches, corrosion, and loss of detail. Coins that survived untouched, with sharp strikes, original luster, and near-perfect surfaces became legends among collectors. At JF Coin, we always remind you that value is created where rarity meets demand. And the demand for top-grade Liberty 1 cent coins has exploded. Serious collectors and investors now compete fiercely to own the finest known examples. When one of these elite 1995 Liberty 1 cent coins appears at auction, the bidding war is intense, emotional, and historic. The Liberty design itself plays a huge role in this value. Liberty is not just a face on a coin, it is a symbol of American identity. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and the 1995 Liberty 1 cent tells the story of a nation moving into a new era while still honoring its past. As years passed, coin grading standards became stricter, making top-tier examples even rarer. Coins once considered excellent are now seen as average, while only the absolute best achieve elite status. This shift has pushed the market current value of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent USA coin to an incredible $779,341. Imagine holding a single cent worth more than a lifetime of savings for many people. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it is history, art, and investment combined. At JF Coin, we believe knowledge is the real treasure, and knowing what to look for can change your life. Collectors search for sharp details in Liberty's portrait, clean fields, perfect rims, and a strong, clear D Mint mark. Even the smallest imperfection can mean the difference between a common coin and a legendary one. That is why professional grading and authentication are so important in today's market. The 1995 Liberty 1 cent has become a symbol of hidden wealth. It reminds us that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight. Old jars of coins, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes could still hold surprises worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This coin's rise in value did not happen overnight. It grew steadily as collectors realized how few truly perfect examples exist. Each auction sale pushed the price higher, setting new records and attracting global attention. Today, the current market value stands proudly at $779,341, and experts believe that long-term appreciation is far from over. ATJF Coin, we don't just talk about coins, we tell their stories. The story of the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin is about patience, preservation, and passion. It is proof that even the smallest denomination can hold massive value when history, rarity, and demand align. If you have old pennies, especially from the mid-1990s, it is time to look again. Check the mint mark, examine the condition, and never underestimate what you might be holding. One coin could change everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to JF Coin. Today's video is one you do not want to skip, because we are talking about a coin that most people would never imagine could be worth a huge amount of money. This is the story of the Liberty 1 cent USA coin 2005 D. A small copper coin. A single cent, yet its current market value is an unbelievable $779,342. Yes, you heard that right. So sit back, relax, and stay with JF Coin, because by the end of this video, you may look at every penny in your pocket very differently. Let us start with the basics. The Liberty 1 cent has always been more than just a coin. It represents freedom, history, and the very foundation of American commerce. Since the earliest days of the United States, the 1 cent coin has been part of daily life, quietly passing through millions of hands while carrying powerful symbolism. Now fast forward to the year 2005. America was changing fast. Technology was booming, digital money was rising, and physical coins were slowly losing attention. But something very special happened at the Denver Mint, marked by the small but important D mint mark. That is where the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent was born. At first glance, the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent looks like a normal coin, but in the world of serious collectors, normal does not exist. Collectors look deeper, they study mint marks, they examine metal composition. They search for rare strikes, unique conditions, and historical importance, and the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent checks every single box. Let us talk about the history behind this coin. The Liberty design symbolizes American independence, strength, and hope. Even in modern minting years like 2005, Liberty remains a powerful reminder of the nation's roots. Coins from this era represent a transition period, when traditional coinage was slowly being overshadowed by digital transactions, that makes the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent historically important. It comes from a time when coins were still widely used, but their future was already uncertain. Coins from transitional eras often become extremely valuable. And that is exactly what happened here. Now let us talk about why this coin is worth so much money. The massive value of the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent comes from a combination of factors. First, rarity. Certain 2005 D Liberty 1 cent coins were produced in limited quantities under specific minting conditions. Some feature exceptional strike quality, rare planchet characteristics, or extremely low surviving populations in top condition. Second, condition. Coins graded in near-perfect or flawless condition are incredibly rare. Even one tiny scratch can reduce value drastically. High-grade examples of the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent are almost impossible to find. Third, collector demand. Elite collectors and investors are constantly searching for modern rarities. The demand for unique Liberty 1 cent coins has exploded, and the 2005 D issue has become one of the most talked about pieces in recent years. And when rarity, condition, and demand collide, prices skyrocket. That brings us to the most exciting part, the current market value. As of now, the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin is valued at $779,342. This is not a rumor, this is not a fantasy, this is real collector market data. 1 single cent worth more than many houses, worth more than luxury cars, worth more than a lifetime of pocket change, and that is why collectors all over the world are paying attention. Imagine this. A coin that once bought almost nothing, now powerful enough to change lives. That is the magic of coin collecting, and that is why JF Coin exists. Many people ask, can this coin still be found today? The honest answer is yes, but it is extremely difficult. Most high-value 2005D Liberty 1-cent coins are already locked away in private collections, grading service vaults, or long-term investment holdings. Finding one in circulation is like winning the lottery, but it does happen. Coins are still discovered in old jars, forgotten drawers, inherited collections, and estate sales. That is why experts always say, never ignore a penny, especially not a Liberty 1 cent. Here is what you should look for. Check the year carefully, look for 2005. Check the mint mark below the date. You are looking for the D. Then examine the condition, sharp details, clean surfaces, strong Liberty design. If you think you have something special, never clean the coin. Cleaning destroys value. Always consult a professional grading service or a trusted coin expert. At JF Coin, we believe every coin has a story. Some stories are quiet, some stories are powerful, and some stories, like the 2005D Liberty 1 cent, are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This coin proves that modern coins can be just as valuable as ancient ones. It proves that history is still being written in metal. And it proves that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all. If you love rare coins, hidden values, and unbelievable stories like this one, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin, like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and comment below if you have ever found a rare coin or if you are now checking your pennies, because the next life-changing coin could already be in your pocket. This is JF Coin. Today's video is going to surprise you, shock you, and maybe even change the way you look at the coins in your pocket forever, because today, on JF Coin, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern American coins ever discussed among collectors and investors, the 2014 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. A coin that many people completely ignore, yet one that has captured attention for its incredible story, mystery, and an eye-opening current market value of $779,343. Yes, you heard that right. A 1 cent coin, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now before you think this is impossible, stay with me, because once you understand the history, the symbolism, the rarity, and the collector demand behind the 2014 Liberty 1 cent, everything starts to make sense. Let's start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent design represents one of the strongest symbols in American coinage. Liberty is not just a word. It is an idea, a promise, and a legacy that has appeared on U.S. coins for generations. Even in modern times like 2014, the Liberty theme continues to hold powerful meaning for collectors who value tradition, national identity, and artistic continuity. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent USA coin was struck during a period when coin production was changing rapidly. Rising metal costs, declining everyday use of cents, and increasing interest from collectors created a perfect storm. While millions of pennies were minted, only a tiny fraction achieved the condition, characteristics, and desirability that pushed them into elite collector status. This is where things get interesting. Collectors are not just buying coins. They are buying condition, rarity, story, and demand. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent stands out because of extremely rare examples that show near-perfect strikes, exceptional preservation, unique mint characteristics, and historical importance tied to the modern era of U.S. coinage. On JF Coin, we always remind you that value is not just about age. A coin does not need to be 100 years old to be priceless. Sometimes, modern coins become valuable faster because collectors recognize their future importance early. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is a perfect example of this phenomenon. Now let's talk about the value.as of the current market. Top-tier specimens of the 2014 Liberty 1 cent have reached an astonishing market value of $779,343. This valuation is driven by private sales, elite collector interest, scarcity in top grades, and strong long-term investment confidence. Coins at this level are not found in circulation anymore. They are locked away in collections, vaults, and auction houses, waiting for the right moment and the right buyer. Many collectors believe that this value is not the peak, but only a milestone. Why? Because demand keeps rising. Modern collectors love coins like the 2014 Liberty 1 cent because they represent the last generation of everyday American coinage before digital payments fully took over. These coins tell the story of a changing nation, a changing economy, and a changing way of life. when collectors look at the 2014 Liberty 1 cent, they are not just seeing copper and zinc. They are seeing history frozen in metal. Another reason this coin is worth so much money is scarcity at the top level. While millions were minted, only a microscopic number survive in flawless condition. Any tiny scratch, weak strike, or discoloration drops the value dramatically. Perfect or near-perfect examples become legendary. This is why JF Coin always encourages viewers to look carefully at their coins. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. The design itself plays a role in the value. Liberty imagery connects modern coins to classic American coinage, making them desirable to both old-school collectors and new investors. This bridge between past and present adds emotional and historical weight, which directly impacts market prices. Now imagine this: a coin that most people overlook, a coin that once bought almost nothing, now valued at $7.79, $3.43. This is why the 2014 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has become a legend in collector circles. At JF Coin, we believe coins are storytellers. And this coin tells a powerful story of America in the modern age, of liberty enduring, and of value hiding where no one expects it. If you are a collector, this coin represents opportunity. If you are an investor, it represents long-term growth. If you are a history lover, it represents a chapter of American life captured forever, and this is exactly why we bring you content like this on JF Coin. Before you leave, take a moment to think about the coins you already own. Look at dates. Look at condition. Look at history. Because the next legendary coin could already be in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2014 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can learn the true value of American coins. This is JF Coin. Today's video is one you do not want to skip, because we are talking about a modern Liberty 1 cent USA coin that has shocked collectors, stunned investors, and quietly become one of the most talked about pennies in recent history. Yes, today on JF Coin, we are diving deep into the 2021 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a coin that many people once ignored, spent, or left in their pockets, but is now being discussed for its incredible market value of $7.79, $3.44. Stay with me till the end, because by the time this video finishes, you will never look at a penny the same way again. Let's start with the basics. The Liberty 1 cent USA coin 2021 D was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it carries the famous D Mint mark. At first glance, it looks like a normal modern cent. Millions were minted, circulated, and used for everyday transactions. But as history has proven again and again, it is not how common a coin looks, it is what lies beneath its surface that creates real value. On the obverse side, we see the strong and iconic Liberty design that represents freedom, democracy, and the enduring spirit of the United States. This design connects the modern era with America's deep numismatic past. Liberty is more than an image. Liberty is a message, and collectors understand that coins carrying this symbolism often gain historical and emotional value over time. Now let's talk about why the 2021 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is worth so much money today. First, rarity does not always mean low mintage. In modern coin collecting, rarity often comes from errors, special strikes, condition, and survival rate in perfect form. The 2021 Liberty 1 cent has become famous for extremely rare high-grade examples, mint state perfection, and unique minting characteristics that separate valuable specimens from ordinary pocket change. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services have reached astonishing values. Only a tiny number of these coins exist in near-perfect or flawless condition. These elite examples are the ones driving the current market value of $7.79, $3.44. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a single 1 cent coin. On JF Coin, we always remind viewers that condition is king, and the 2021 Liberty 1 cent proves this rule perfectly. Collectors are competing aggressively to own this coin because it represents a turning point in modern American coinage. It shows that even coins from recent years can become legendary if they meet the right criteria. Now let's explore the historical importance of this coin. The year 2021 was a unique moment in U.S. history. It was a period of global uncertainty, economic shifts, and changing financial systems. Coins minted during this time carry historical weight. symbolizing resilience and continuity. The Liberty 1 cent from 2021 stands as a small but powerful artifact of that era. When collectors look at this coin, they are not just buying metal. They are buying a story. They are buying a moment in time. The Denver Mint has always been known for producing coins with strong strikes and excellent craftsmanship, and the 2021 Liberty 1 cent is no exception. However, only a microscopic percentage of these coins achieve the extraordinary quality needed to reach premium collector status. That is why most people will never own one. That is why this coin is worth a lot of money, and that is why JF Coin is bringing this information directly to you. Now let's talk about the investment side. The current market value of $779,344 did not happen overnight. This value grew as collectors realized how rare top-grade examples truly are. Auction results, private sales, and collector demand have pushed this coin into a category usually reserved for classic and historic coins. Investors are now paying close attention. Many experts believe that coins like the 2021 Liberty 1 cent could continue rising in value as fewer perfect specimens remain available. Once these coins are locked away in private collections, supply shrinks even further. On JF Coin, we always say knowledge is profit, and knowing what to look for in modern coins can change your financial future. So what should you do right now? Check your change. Look closely at any 2021 Liberty 1 cent coins you may have. Examine the strike quality, the surface, the shine, and the overall condition. Even if your coin is not worth hundreds of thousands, it could still be valuable. Never clean your coins. Never damage them. And if you believe you have something special, consult a professional grading service. This is how ordinary people discover extraordinary wealth. Before we end this video, remember this important message from JF Coin: the most valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight. History is not only found in museums. Sometimes it is sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2021 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, its powerful history, and its massive market value of $779,344, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin.